I want to start this video off by saying this is for people who are obsessed with the meta and play by that rather than just getting characters you love. This is for people who play the gacha solely to get cards to fill their team slots and don't care about characters as long as they have the strongest team. I think any card can work for your team if you put in the work, and this is to help you better understand the card and put it in the right team for both you and that card. If you're watching this, I'm assuming you're already well versed in meta and gameplay, so I'm not going to explain basic gameplay stuff. If you're new and don't know mechanics yet, I have videos on that to fill in some gaps. Ortho is an SSR defense unit. His max HP is 12,965 and his max attack is 5,591. His HP is far above average when looking at all cards and just SSRs. His attack, because of that, is below average for SSRs, but when it comes to the all cards average, his attack is still above average. His spell 1 is Zero Ray, his spell 2 is Fire Shot 2 and later Flame Blast 2, and his spell 3 is Void Shot 2. For skills, he's got HP Restoration, HP Regeneration, Power Boost, and Damage Cut. Yeah, he has an insanely good skill lineup. On spell 1 at level 1, he has a minor HP Restoration. At level 5, he gains a minor HP Regeneration to caster for 3 turns. There's nothing on level 10. And yeah, that's on the... I don't know why all the healing is on one spell, I really don't, but that's what we're working with. On spell 3, he starts off with nothing. At level 5, he gets a minor power boost to caster for 1 turn, and at level 10, he gains an additional minor damage cut to foe for 1 turn. It's certainly a good lineup, but not gonna lie, I don't know what the hell is going on with the distribution of skills. I had to go to the wiki to make sure I hadn't fucked it up, and no, that's how it is. I don't know what to say. His duo magic partner is Idia, who gives him a modest HP boost. His other buddies are Vil and Silver, both with a minor power boost. Ortho unfortunately doesn't come with a vignette, but he does have exclusive furniture. At vignette level 1, you get his gear on a mannequin, at level 2, you get a Styx frame, and at level 3, you get his doggy companions. Alright, so let's talk about building. In order to groovy Ortho, you'll need to get into power level 40 and vignette level 3. He doesn't have a vignette like I mentioned, so you just need to level it up and not worry about clearing a story. Grooving doesn't use up any thou marks, but it will cost 5 soul candy. As for uncapping, he'll need 0 to 12 SSR awakening perfumes. Each uncap costs 3 perfumes, so the more copies you get, the less perfumes you'll be using. Now we got spells. Ortho has 2 elements, so he'll need more void items than fire. Each spell individually needs 351 notepads, 253 textbooks, 111 grimoires, and it'll cost 318,000 thou marks. Spell 2 will need that amount in fire items to max it out, but if you want to max out both spell 1 and 3, you'll need 702 void notepads, 506 textbooks, and 222 grimoires. In total, maxing out all 3 spells is going to cost 954,000 thou marks. But because spell 1 has nothing on spell level 10, I think you can get away with only raising it to level 5. That means if you only want to earn skills on spells 1 and 3, you'll need 402 void notepads, 286 textbooks, and 115 grimoires. You'll also be saving 300,000 thou marks. So let's talk about alternatives. My suggestions are Platinum Jacket Grim, Dorm Uniform Trey, Labwear Jack, and PE Uniform Malleus. Grim is our spell match option, so he's got all the same spells as Ortho. He also has Idia as a buddy and HP Restoration. I have no idea why I don't have that listed on Ortho's graphic, but they both have HP Restoration. If you need a healer with these spells, Grim is going to be your best option if you already have him. This Grim is never rerunning, so if you don't have him, you're going to have to go with someone else. Trey is another option, although he has quite a few caveats. He's defense, has Void Shot 2, Idia as a buddy, Power Boost, and HP Restoration. But his spells 1 and 2 are completely different from Ortho's, and his other buddies and skill are different. Trey's been a solid healer since day 1 though, and he's standard so you can get him whenever. So if you mostly need a healer that has synergy with Idia, or maybe spells aren't a huge concern, Trey's a great option. I have him on JP, he was one of my first SSRs, and he always pulls his weight. All things considered, Jack is an extremely solid budget option. He's defense, he has Zero Ray and Fire Shot 2, HP Restoration, and Power Boost. Really, his only major differences is different buddies from Ortho. Jack is an extremely solid budget version of Ortho, so if you don't manage to get him or decide not to pull, this Jack is going to be the go-to option. And last but not least, we have Malleus. Again, another extremely solid budget option. He's defense, has a Void Spell 1, Fire Shot 2, and HP Restoration. He shares no buddies with Ortho and he lacks other skills, but still, he has quite a few similarities with Ortho and is going to make a super solid budget option if you need it. I would say this Ortho is going to be a go-to healer and that would be his best position in a team. Damage cut and power boost are useful, but frankly I would focus on his healing. Like, you would want to build up his Zero Ray anyway just to make it stronger, but the dual healing skills definitely would put it at the top of my to-build list. He's best suited to fire or floor enemies if on his spell 1 and 2, but if you want to use him as a mono void unit, that's absolutely a thing, and then you can just kind of put him wherever. You guys know I'm usually kind of about void units, but I will say because he can be mono void, it makes him extremely versatile in the teams he can be put into. I don't know if you would want to, but if you have him set to void, you can literally put him in any team and he could be your universal healer among all teams. Thank you everyone for watching, and a very special thank you to my channel members and Twitch subs. Your support helps me to continue to make these videos. If you'd like early access to my videos, consider becoming a channel member. Patrons and Ko-fi members can get my scripts early before I record them. I livestream over on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Thanks again guys, and I'll see y'all later.